Hi, my name is Alice. Today I'm going to read to you a testimony of love and faith in Jesus Christ. I figured on St. Valentine's Day it would be an appropriate day to share. And I've never done this, but I hope that you find something in it that might give you some hope. Everybody needs to believe in something, and for me, that's Jesus Christ. My children and my family and my dad, everybody knows I love them. So today, I am going to give a testimonial speech of only about 7 or 8 minutes to my faith and love in Jesus Christ and how he has sustained me through some pretty tough times and through every day. And perhaps if you're going through something, this will resonate with you and give you some hope also. I hope so. But I figured this is the day to share my love and faith and thoughts, being it's Valentine's Day. When I woke up from surgery, my doctor said, "Alice, you have a malignant carcinoid tumor with regional spread. There is currently no cure. You have about 5 years or so to live. I would get your affairs in order, and good luck." Well, I've had bad news, but that was probably the worst news that I had ever had. It was about me, and I had cancer, and I was dying. I also had 3 children at home under the age of 9. I was 35 years old and alone. I couldn't wrap my head around what was happening, but I knew for sure I didn't want to die. I scrambled to try and figure out what to do, how to tell my kids. Should I even tell them? Probably not. I couldn't deal with this myself. How could I possibly expect my children to understand? How could I help them when I was totally freaking out? After digesting this information for about an hour, everything fell by the wayside, like invisible walls crashing down away from me. Only 2 things mattered in my life now: my faith in Jesus Christ and love. My cancer diagnosis was a huge wake-up call, a true slap in the face, and I only survived it through faith and love. I knew immediately that I needed to get my relationship with Jesus Christ in order, and second, I needed to tell those I loved why they were important to me. When I got home from my diagnosis, I sat there thinking about my faith, and really, I had a long talk with Jesus. I kept asking why. I'm young, I'm a runner, I'm healthy. And then it hit me just as hard as the cancer diagnosis when I remembered what God promised us. God promised not a long, healthy, happy, or easy life. He promised just one thing, that he would always be with us. I felt ashamed that I had forgotten that. It was the beginning of my new faith journey. I knew that with Christ I would be okay. I might not live very long, but I'd be okay through this life-ending process. Love and faith in Jesus Christ was going to sustain me through this. Little kids have imaginary friends. Maybe you did. Jesus became my invisible friend. I treated him as if he was right here, with his arm around me, sometimes 2 arms, and it reminded me that he was here, and it brought me great peace. Faith was saving me. I watched my children play and laugh and giggle, tears streaming down my face. I begged God to let me stay. Please, I don't want to miss one moment of this. I don't want them to grow up without a mom, without me. I wasn't afraid of dying. I believe in heaven, but I wasn't ready to leave yet. I told God, take my house, take my car, take my money, take everything. Just please don't take me yet. All I really wanted to be was mom. I was holding on for dear life to my faith and love. As I mentioned, love was the second thing that I focused on. I immediately realized that I took everyone for granted. I didn't mean to. I was just busy. It occurred to me that everybody I really loved needed to know how much they meant to me. I made a list and I started to call and stop by and tell people at the appropriate moment, trying to weave it into the conversation how important they were to me and how much I loved them, and specifically why. What I didn't expect was the love that I got from them in return. It was a reminder of the power of love, and it needs to be nurtured. I promised myself to continue to do that until the day I died. Love and faith saved me and reassured me again. A little while later, after consulting Jesus, my children at this point were used to seeing me talk to no one right here. I decided I needed a second opinion. I found a different doctor, Dr. Irvin Maudlin from Yale, in the phone book, and I called him. He asked me how I found him, as he hadn't been receiving phone calls on that number or new patients for quite some time. I looked at Invisible Jesus and I thanked him because the doctor said he would see me immediately. Faith and love were sustaining me. After many months of me begging, the doctor agreed to do the surgery he would have done if I had seen him first. After surgery, he said they found more spread. He was pretty sure they got it all. Time will tell. He said, whatever you do not get pregnant. Big no. I reassured him that's not going to happen. At my first checkup 3 months later, I was pregnant. He was furious. Apparently, the pregnancy hormone is to cancer as gasoline is to a fire. It causes it to spread quickly. My doctor told me to get an abortion. I should save myself. I said no. My obstetrician said the same thing. He said, you need to get an abortion, but not because of the cancer, but because your baby has Down syndrome and you have cancer. I told him I wasn't going to do that because if this child has Down syndrome, obviously God was entrusting this baby to my care because he knows I would love and care for this child for as long as I could. And when I'm gone, Christ would put people in my children's lives to love them and care for them. Love and faith was saving me once again through this diagnosis. Personally, I was thrilled to be pregnant. Having a fourth child. Screw cancer. No need for a support group. I was moving forward with my life with this little one inside of me. I was moving forward with Jesus by my side and love in my heart and a deeper appreciation for both God, my friends, and my family. I felt Ryan was a thank you present from God for having such faith, whether I lived or died. I love God and I love my family. Lastly, my little Ryan was born. Not a thing wrong with him. And my cancer never returned. It's been 20 years. Love and faith helped me survive each day. And I know love and faith will sustain me as long as I'm here. Love and faith are the only two things that matter to me and have helped me not only get through my diagnosis, but get through every single day. They have sustained me. And I hope that you also have that love and faith in whatever you believe in that can sustain you each and every day while you're here. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a very nice Valentine's Day. If I had done this more often, I would know how to turn it off.